Bizarre building designs. When architecture defies reality, welcome to a journey through the most mind-bending architectural wonders ever conceived. I'm your guide through this labyrinth of impossible structures and defiant designs that challenge everything we thought we knew about buildings. Imagine a world where buildings dance, where gravity seems optional, and where the lines between nature and architecture blur into surreal masterpieces. This isn't science fiction. This is the reality of today's most bizarre building designs. Let's begin our expedition with what might be the world's most famous dancing building. The dancing house in Prague, affectionately nicknamed Fred and Ginger, seems to defy not just architectural conventions, but the very laws of physics themselves. Its twisting glass towers appear to be frozen mid-waltz, challenging our perception of what's structurally possible. But the dance doesn't stop there. Across the globe, buildings are quite literally twisting their way into our skylines. The Shanghai Tower spirals 632 meters into the sky, while the Evolution Tower in Moscow completes a 90-degree rotation from base to top. These aren't just architectural showpieces. They're triumphs of engineering that required completely new approaches to structural design. Now, let's venture into the realm where nature and architecture become one. The Nautilus House in Mexico City takes its cues from the mathematical perfection of seashells. Every curve, every spiral is a celebration of natural geometry, creating living spaces that feel more organic than constructed. The Eden Project in Cornwall pushes this concept even further. Imagine geodesic domes so vast they could house entire rainforests. These bubble-like structures aren't just buildings, they're artificial biomes that challenge our notion of indoor and outdoor spaces. Speaking of bubbles, the Bubble Palace in France looks like something straight from a dream. Created by architect Antti Lavag, this sprawling complex of interconnected spheres demonstrates his philosophy that straight lines are an aggression against nature. But what happens when architects decide to turn the world upside down? Literally. The Wonderworks buildings across America appear to have been ripped from their foundations and planted upside down. These installations force us to question our assumptions about architectural orientation. The concept of inverted architecture has spread globally, with upside-down houses appearing everywhere from Poland to Taiwan. These structures create a disorienting experience that challenges our spatial perception and makes us question what we consider normal in architecture. Perhaps the most revolutionary trend in bizarre architecture is the emergence of living buildings. Milan's vertical forest apartments aren't just green, they're literally alive. With over 900 trees integrated into their facades, these towers are pioneering a new form of urban ecosystem. These living structures represent more than just aesthetic choices. They're part of a larger movement towards self-sustaining architecture, where buildings don't just house life, they become part of it. The integration of plants isn't just for show. It's a fundamental reimagining of what buildings can be. As we look to the future, the line between the possible and impossible in architecture continues to blur. Advances in materials science, computational design, and engineering are pushing the boundaries of what we can build. The question isn't, can we build it, anymore, but rather, what should we build? In conclusion, these bizarre building designs aren't just architectural oddities. They're glimpses into the future of human habitat. They challenge our preconceptions, push technological boundaries, and remind us that sometimes the most practical solutions can come from the most imaginative designs.